if a 21st century urban city is going to succeed and be resilient, then it has to address or develop solutions to make it effective. So it needs to have effective government policies to help it succeed. It has to have a safe, resilient city. It has to have ethical journalism. It has to have a community that's willing to have conversations and engage the community on what issues most need to be addressed and how to develop those solutions. And it needs to have support structures for behavioral and mental health needs. Our Greenspun grads are leaders in law enforcement, they're leaders in government, they're leaders in the nonprofit sector, and they're doing incredible work supporting the behavioral and mental health needs across the state. And they're also working in newsrooms in Southern Nevada and across the country doing incredible work. The faculty are really outstanding. They're really civically engaged, they're solution-oriented, they're developing original solutions for our community, they're kind, and they really make a difference in the world in which we live.
You're listening to the Rebel Radio 91.5 KUNV.
What we do is we get students and give them a place on air through our HD2 channel. KUNV 91.5 is an HD radio station, and so we actually have 3 stations. Our FM channel, which is a mix of community serving and student broadcasting. Our HD2 channel, which is dedicated to student broadcasting, and our HD3 channel, which is dedicated to community serving. We have students who will be creating these news stories, and students will primarily be creating all of the news stories on the radio station, and they'll be out gathering information, whether it's at an event on campus or off campus.
I'm really excited because we get to actually learn hands-on, practical learning, not just, in the classroom theory. We actually get to learn on these and we can make shows.
My experience was going through the journalism school and respecting so many people that I now come back and see on a daily basis. So my experiences with professors that have been here for such a long time, and they've seen the university grow and they've seen the campus grow, and it's kind of an honor for me to be part of everything that we're doing now at the journalism school. Seeing those same professors, talking with them coming to me, finding out what my career was like, me going to them saying, hey, I have a little bit more experience now. I'd love to talk to your class and give your students an idea of what they're out for or in for when they try to get a job. The Rebel Report is a weekly, basically television show that we produce right here on the campus of UNLV. It's a half-hour program and it covers sports in Las Vegas. Not just UNLV, but big events outside of the campus as well. Las Vegas is an amazing sports city, and we'd be shortchanging our students if we didn't allow them the opportunity to go out and cover what the city has to offer.
Students should take criminal justice classes because there's so much mythology about what is criminal justice. Criminal justice is in all of our popular culture. I mean, it's in nearly every TV show that I turn on my television is about criminal justice in some way, shape, or form. So they should honestly take my classes and other classes in criminal justice to understand the realities of what it means to be working in this field and the amazing amount of rewards that can come with working in the discipline. When we have 2.4 million people who are currently incarcerated in this country, the highest incarceration rate in the world, 1 out of 100 Americans currently incarcerated, somebody oftentimes in my class, at least many people in my classroom oftentimes know people who have been incarcerated. A lot of students that come into my classroom understand the issues that there are lots of people who are incarcerated and we need to be doing something about it. And we have to ask ourselves kind of what are the outcomes of this mass incarceration state? And are we getting the bang for our buck? Are we seeing reductions in recidivism, meaning reductions in future crime because of our mass incarceration, or is it not as effective as we think it is?
The mock trial team is open to undergraduates, and the skill sets that they'll develop are everything required to prepare a case, from preliminary hearings to suppression motions to evidentiary motions, writing motions, arguing their motions, all of the stuff that goes into preparing a case for trial. By the time they get to trial, they will also develop that skill set, how to conduct direct examinations, cross-examinations, how to control witnesses, how to argue their points, ultimately taking a case to the jury.
As an urban studies major, we will teach you how to conduct research, how to apply varying methodologies to real-world problems and real-world solutions.
So the perspective is understanding how cities work, how counties work, how state agencies work, how the federal government interacts with all of those entities, and then understanding that there is also a third sector. There's the nonprofit sector that comes in, and how are they similar, how are they different? In fact, that's actually how I start all of my classes, is we look at the sectors, the private sector, the nonprofit sector, and the public sector, and we discuss how they interact with each other. That is one of the benefits of understanding public policy.
Being a young person who grew up in foster care, I had the benefit of having social workers there to assist me and who believed in me and believed in my potential to become something more than just a statistic. And so experiencing that really impacted me in wanting to give back to a child welfare system that I really feel saved my life. And so now, as an instructor here at UNLV and as a trainer for child welfare workers, I really am blessed to be able to share my experiences with them in how that has really not only shaped me as a social worker, but can inspire them in the work that they do. That what they do really does matter, and help them understand how important their role is, and that it really can have life-changing experiences, because it definitely changed my life.
Basically, communication studies focuses on how we create and interpret messages, which is huge. We use communication every day. It's the foundation of happiness within our families, our friends, our romantic partners, but it's also the cornerstone of success in the workplace. Tons of surveys have shown that employers say the #1 skill they look for in graduating seniors are communication skills, verbally, non-verbally, written. So that's the beautiful thing about what we study. Everything from the ancient Greeks and persuasion and artful public address to how to communicate to folks one-on-one throughout our lives. So it's really applicable to a lot of jobs, everything from law, PR, marketing, HR, down to working in hospitals as patient advocates, sales, managers. It's the kind of degree a lot of employers appreciate because of those fundamental skills to construct messages that are adaptive to their audiences.
I think undergraduate students have a lot of opportunities here at UNLV to get involved with different organizations on campus. Student government is a great example, so is the debate team. Being involved in different organizations on campus allows students to be able to not only take classes, but to also build an academic community of learners where they can learn the skills necessary to go out into the world and change it.
The advice that I would give to undergraduate students is to get involved on campus and to take advantage of opportunities to become engaged. One great example is the UNLV debate team. I'm the coach for UNLV's debate team, and we have students from across the campus. Any major can join, and participating in debate is an excellent opportunity to represent the university in competition, and it teaches you so many great things. You're constantly learning in debate, and whether it's critical thinking skills or research, participating in an activity like debate can be one of the greatest things that students can do in their time here.
Greenspun students are
Change agents.
Devoted.
Are actively engaged.
Excited.
Solution-oriented.
Greenspun students are leaders.